Right, who... Do we have anyone we can visit tonight? Joanna? Joanna! What are we going to get for your next one? Oh, you get 4 experience. Okay.
I'll definitely...
Hey, Danish. Cheers for that. You scared away my sneeze.
Alright.
I was literally about to sneeze then, and my sneeze went away when you done that. Mocha.
Hey.
Smiley face against Luis. Well, for so long, I think I've got butterflies. Hey, Persona, if you're ready, you think we could go pick up Eureka Flowers leaves we need from Ephraim? And if you have time, of course, I'm afraid of going alone, so come with me, please. No problem.
Thank you.
Thank you, truly. Such a generous person. We'll head to the forest outside Briarhaven. A carriage can get us there quickly. Let's be off. How's Danish today? Here we are. I was tied up and left to die here. Eureka Flowers and leaves we need. I was hear the song I sang to myself back then. A song of hope, of wanting to live.
After.
What?
Think like vision is glowing.
Yeah.
So change this white to red. I need blue.
So you're going to have to use like your fisher run until you get rid of that. You press B, it'll tell you how many times you need to... Yeah, you'll have to wait till you're out of the actual fisher thing, honey. There'll be a time stamp where the fish icon is.
5.
There you go. Oh, what game are you playing? Funny, isn't it? I came to love these flowers so much, I never want to see them again, and now I'm here because I need them. That nightmarish experience gave me the ability to tell what the leaves look like. And now I can help someone who helped me because of it.
Then.
When I look at it that way, it's almost as though I survived the hell for a reason. It's on significance. So it's come full circle, like it was fate.
Yes.
Oh, I have Medieval Dynasty. I also have Sengoku Dynasty, which is their newer one, which is the Japanese style setting one. Quite fun games, actually. I'm saving Mithras, but I can't help but feel I've been saved too. Juno took me through the field foraging Eureka leaves.
Yep.
Can't imagine we need more than this. I just hope it works. It's actually been a while since I played Medieval Dynasty, because I played it while it's still like quite early access. I know they've added a lot more since I last played it, so I might have to go back to it at some point. Those type of games I usually get quite interesting because I like the survival aspects and like building up a town / village. Can't imagine we need more than this. I just hope it works. Huh. I didn't revert. I'm here in the place where most nightmares come true. I haven't changed.
Honestly.
I thought that if I had to show that form to anyone ever again, it might be right if that person was you. Go on. Was there anything else more you had to say?
For real?
No, that about covers it.
I'm going home.
Anyway, we're done here. Let's get back to Briarhaven to Mithras.
Murdus.
Oh, Murdus. That's how it's pronounced. Never mind. There you are.
Hey.
I'm sure it's a struggle sweet, but I've gathered some leaves that can counteract the poison.
Hey.
I'm sure the last person you want to come to your rescue, but the feeling was likewise when you saved me. You love singing more than anything, don't you? Losing your voice is unacceptable. I only hope it works.
Yay!
Oh, thank goodness, your voice. You both for this, but why go through all this for me? Should be honest, I'm grateful to you. And someone who shares your passion for singing, I understand all too well what it is would be like to lose my voice.
And then?
There are some things I can only express through singing. I'm sure you're the same way. And besides, I never got a chance to hear you sing. Juna. I'm glad to see you healed. Frustrated is what I am. She's better than me in every possible way. I'm from a poor bog of a town in the middle of nowhere. I was the best singer in the village, so I came to the big city. But everyone here, all over the country even, so focused on you. They don't give a country girl like me half a second, much less a song. Last year I got the headline for the festival. I thought it might be my big break, but then you just happened to barge in. But it doesn't matter. I lost to you the second I thought I could pull you down with dirt excuse. Coming here didn't change who I was deep down. Hearing you sing live, though, my jaw hit the floor. I could feel the emotion flooding out from you. You just wanted everyone to be happy. I ain't never been so miserable. I figured out I'd head on home. But then there's that sneaky-looking sanctist.
You know...
I'm really sorry about the outfit.
Then...
We can apologise to Kappa for that one later, together. And it's far too early for you to conclude I've outclassed you.
Fine.
You're a strong person, someone who risks their own safety to protect someone. When you agree, Persona? You're right, you protected Juna.
Yep.
Oh, that's Nicola from Bridgerton, sorry.
Exactly, it's all we need. We're still growing as a person.
So, music.
Music encourages us, it comforts us, supports us. It pulls us by the hand where we can take another step. It walks alongside us. When the ground feels like it opened up beneath you, it's magic that lifts you back up. Saved me once, and I want to offer that to you, everyone.
Hey.
That's why I sing. So if you're ready to take that on, I'll be waiting for you on the grand stage. Couldn't have said it better myself. I'll knock you off your high horse soon enough. Should be fun. When that day comes, you'll have to be the judge, Persona. And there's the one level up. Two of them had a heated debate about music. But I've got even more support for Juno's devotees, thanks to Juno's increased faith for me. Kind of funny getting all this support stuff when I'm in second place anyway.
The age of a new king draws nearer.
All right then.
Wolford.
What now?
Alright, who's next? No one, it would seem. That would mean I have to raise a virtue.
Now what am I to do? Damn it all.
What are you doing here? You're a cretin. I never want to lay my eyes on your officials again, but like a gentleman, I kept my word. I informed my supporters of regular bid for the throne. In any case, if I could tell you, I could never defeat Luis. No, in truth, I knew I was best from the start. What chance had I against sheer might of Luis? But in my pride, I could not bring myself to admit it.
All right then. Let's go.
Ridiculous.
So basically, just any of them will do.
Stay there.
You want to make a snowman? Well, I want to make one to show my daughter, but each of my bludgeoning attempts looks like a half-blunt effigy. The snowman, picturing a shape in your mind, then give it physical form. It sounds tough but gratifying. Yeah. Well, how do you feel about a snowman? Let's do it. Your help, thank you. My daughter, just a cat-like snowman. I know it may be a bit complicated, but I'm counting on you. Cat-like snowman? That's asking a bit much.
Really?
So a snow cat? Gotta work cat off us, but let's give it a shot. Start with the body, what shape would it make? Round and punchy.
Look at that.
Really?
Do you remember we're making a cat, right? But maybe it'll still work. Let's give it a try. Cats aren't slender.
Let's see.
By done the head. What's the first thing we need to do? Triangular ears?
Mm-hmm.
Recently cute triangular ears. That's true. Pointy ears are a trademark feature of a cat. Slap them on.
All right.
Right now, a little pain. Maybe it's statistic flourish. What direction should we go to finish up? Make it feel alive.
I didn't know if we.
Just okay. Can we pull that off? I mean, artistically. Oh boy, guess we'll go for a try. This is gonna look weird. Little carried away by artistic vision. Maybe we should try to fix that with a less alpha. Yeah, well, I think that should do it. Pretty sure that's a normal snowman.
Say, I see.
This compass from the mill ice sculpture. It's a snowman. Indeed, it is. It's classic plain snowman, very by the book. Well, you met everyone's expectations. That's good, at least.
All right.
Did not go the way I'd hoped.
What now?
Can I see anyone at night? You. Most of mine are probably based upon being on the road.
They've got an auction for Kylie Minogue dress.
All right then.
Let's go.
Lady Rella, please help us.
I've no idea it's kid.
What now?
Oh look, time to save scum. Do.
Check this out.
Now, just a right moment. You care to partake in the debate with me? Since this guy wants to one-up you for publicity, let's send him home crying. On a future imaginative words, sure people follow you?
Hey there.
Let's give it a go. Watch me fuck it up.
Salutations.
What I've seen of your efforts at this point, your actions seem utterly haphazard. How long will you repeat these fanciful escapist promises? You know, as well as I, what the country needs is consistency, concrete measures that will last a century. Let me just write in terms an ignorant child could comprehend. Open your ears now.
If that's all.
As first recall, all resource limit, food, fuel, and magic are precious natural commodities after all. On my light leadership, measure will be taken to preserve all intelligent beings. I would limit hunting to ensure the survival of local fauna. Preservation of such diversity will lead to a prosperous 100 years from now. The ideal nation in mind's eye. It's not supposed to stop on buffets. Dunes are trucy. Limit hunting? Does it also forfeit the animals are more important than keeping the people fed?
Hang on.
Such that your plan values animals more than people. Twist my words, friend. Nevertheless, we too are intelligent beings. We must strive for a country where all populace can live being. Now, as he's explaining that, I think I'll be okay with giving my support to Julian. It says that this good fellow's got him beat in terms of intellect. I'm not surprised the obvious one isn't the one. Oh well.
Give it a shot.
All right.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
We get a cutscene now, I'm guessing?
Hey.
Any unfinished business here? We've got a scoot tomorrow, whether you're ready to say goodbye to this place or not. That's settled. We'll leave no intention unrealized. The prince would want it that way. Jenny thought we were going to tell us to stuff ourselves at Montero restaurants, or we still can. But I guess you don't think on your stomach after all. Excuse me. Time to go fight. Why do I get the feeling it's going to be more Luis? Like, we got the necromancer guy. He's still got an army as well behind him. So it's like, why would we just be fighting Luis? Why is he going to stick to his word? I get the feeling it's a big fucking trap or a diversion.
What now?
This is probably not changed. Oh, no, 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 no. Yufa. Anyone else? Nope, just Yufa. What do you get for 5? More slots? More slots.
What can I
Yufa comes on emotion, talk with her.
What should we do?
The day of the big battle is coming soon. I don't want to have any regrets about it. I don't mean to bother you. It's really concerned about Over and the others. It's alright with you. Would you mind going with me to check on them?
Thank you very much.
It's just teleportation magic to get there. They may be in different gods than I do, but I think I can get to them if they listen to me.
Let us pause.
Something's amiss.
Oh,
Oh, Yufa. It's her. What shamelessness. Pardon?
you!
Don't play us for a fool. We know this is all you're doing, pagan. Where did you tank Sancta Hyperfric and the sick ones? We didn't do anything.
You don't say.
You don't know where they are?
Just the worst.
I heard what happened. You insulted Sanctism. Sancta Hyperfric was in a righteous rage. You misunderstood. I just wanted to help the people that were in the cellar. You thought, you're a bad person, everyone says. I just want Mama back. Give her back, please. Over. You people have no heart. They called your minions of the devil. And now I believe it. The illness is pagan handwork for certain.
No, we mustn't.
Wait, please. I just want to talk with you all. You feel let's leave now. But oh, Persona.
Trying to get food fish when it's raining. That's helpful. Can't get to it for them.
Are you alright? What about you?
That's true, but
He's trying to cast lightning on the church assholes. I know, right? I should be the one asking you that. Weren't you scared?
Thank you very much.
Thank you for asking, Persona. Can't believe they treated you as bad as they did me. If anything happened to you, well, I would have had to cast a long life curse on them.
I think not.
I wouldn't actually do that. But I truly do fear for the look in the eye. I understand being worried for the people who disappeared, yet this is another. This was altogether different. When they started crowning me, I could see the distortion in the magma around them. I hesitant to give voice to this, but I felt like a possession.
But then.
Well, what could I do to help when they see me as some sort of great enemy?
listen.
And let's all snap them out of this trance. Dot, dot, dot. You always seem so unshakably optimistic. You and your convictions. How are you the way you are? I never feel or sense any hesitation in you. I really admire that. I work constantly, and I'm always looking for answers. Everyone does that. Everyone worries. Everyone wants more answers to the unknown.
Is it true?
Really? I always feel like I'm the only one who's confused and feeling helpless. Eventually, I accepted that it was more simple to never change. My fate to never change. My destiny was to be born a princess and die as one. We wait to overcome bloodthirsty monsters, slay them, and tell the main townsfolk that their religious belief is what made them into monsters.
Don't take me.
But now, I started to think my fate might be in my own hands. Maybe I can bend my will, bend change to my will. Why does it hate you?
That's why I need to get the pretty pink starfish. Have them up.
Is that the place in the expansion?
Trying to get the doctor on it.
Basically, what you're saying is your people want stuff you can't get, so you're screwed. Please chair. After all, it was by chance that I met Over and Hyperfect. Yeah, I care deeply about what happens to them. My feelings can be altered so dramatically that my destiny may be one of change and transformation after all.
I do believe.
And now I want to transform to a source of strength for Over and Hyperfect. I'll give you a hand.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Persona. Let's start the search for Hyperfect and those who were sick. I can sense you for deep gratitude and determination.
The old cowardly me is no more.
I'm sure we'll find clues at church, but we can't get close to it right now.
Must.
It's nearly night anyway, so let's come back another day. I'll try to come up with a plan by then.
What now?
Oh, we can max Juna. Perfect. When are we gonna get you to sit? I want the max mage. You know, I want elemental master and warlock, which is 8. Got 2 ranks yet. I wonder if he remembers our promise. For a quick save. Just to be safe.
Hey.
Finally faced off against Luis. Been waiting for this moment for so long. I think I got butterflies. Remember what I told Mithras about how I wanted to hear her sing? Truth is, I think I can set something up for her. Just do that. It's once a lifetime celebration, so I want to give her a gift or something. But I haven't had much time to pursue my options. Guess you'll just have to be content with us rushing over to see her. Are you free right now? Of course.
Thanks.
Yay, I'm dying to hear her sing. We need to go to Night Prowler over in Barhaven. Can you use your fancy teleportation magic, please?
That girl's amazing. I'm kind of emotional right now.
She looks a bit rustic, but she might have what it takes to be a songstress.
Look at Myrtis now. Her audience is melting in her hands. I asked Capra to make some connections, and I think introducing Myrtis here was the right choice.
She's got potential.
I think she's got potential.
Yes, she really does. If I don't watch out, she may just pass me up. Her voice, though, it lights a fire in my heart.
You came.
This isn't going very well.
Oh, I just wanted to catch a few
I think I have
notes.
nothing that I need.
I must admit, you sing with a river of emotions, and it swept me away. I didn't expect to say it, but I was having a great time.
You don't say. Well, thanks. I'll take your word for it. As for me, I think I've learned to face my demons. There's nothing standing between me and my songs now. So you keep an eye out, because I'll be right on your tail. Next time we meet, we'll be sharing a stage.
Well, shouldn't you be off then? Take too long and I'll have a stage larger than this country.
There's that telltale confidence. I will be off, but do enjoy your time here.
The cheek on that one. But you know, my good man, I think this whole ordeal has finally shown me exactly why I sing. It's not the lyrics, it's not the harmony, it's the power of the song as a whole. And it varies. When Myrtis sings, you can feel her fiery passion. But for me, I want my music to give people hope, no matter how deep the despair. I want my songs to show people that there is always a light that they just have to reach out and touch. That the future is worth fighting for. I think that's what the world needs right now.
You already fill me with hope.
To hear that from you, of all people, is high praise indeed. But just you watch. I'm not done growing. Well, it would be much easier to do that if the world weren't under a constant barrage of tragedies. So let's work together to create a world where everyone can hear me sing in peace.
We'll create a new country. Together.
Lovely. We'll be humming a merry tune the whole way. My sister told me something once. She said I should always strive to get my voice out to more and more people. Journey has been difficult at times, but I'm so glad I never gave up. And as for you, You better be at my side, listening to every note.
The ephemeral songstress, Juna, keeper and heritor of the masked dancer's virtues. By the grace of her newfound powers, work together to give truth to our hopes and fulfill thy destiny.
A future filled with happy songs is almost here. All right, enough of that. Tonight we drink. You're stuck with me until the dawn breaks. Don't make that face. I just want to see what kind of music you like.
You... Somehow... However... May I speak? It'll be all right.
Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Oh, it's working now. Can you hear me, did you? Well, at least it's showing my voice going through. That's weird. It wasn't muted. Don't stop breaking. You're already in second place in this contest. Countless people have thrown their support behind you. Never forget that. But to be fair, it's not a stream if you don't have some sort of technical problem. Heisman made a pretty good point. If you're going to take back the country, you can't let any self-doubt stop you in your tracks here.
Can't lose.
Everything you've done.
All right, I'll leave you alone.
You keep cutting me off mid problem.
Sorry.
What are you asking? I'm not the walking encyclopedia for your game, you know. You have Google for that. I'm not a walkthrough for Disney Dreamlight. You played it more than me. You know these things. I love you. I'm just rinsing you because I love you. So what were you going to ask, just out of curiosity?
What are you gonna get happier in?
How would I know the answer to that off the top of my head? Do you know what my answer would be? Google it. She's adorable. Let's do this.
Yeah.
No, repulsive.
Yeah.
What? No.
You know what? Jay brought that up to me and started showing, went, mummies, mummies, look after mummies. Yeah. That's the spirit. All the pain we've endured, all power in the end.
Right.
I don't want a king who believes might makes right. There's no reason you can't be a contender yourself. And now you declared yourself the prince. It's not like you can afford to fall on your face in front of everyone anyway. It's the final battle.
That reminds me.
Neros apparently wants to make some kind of grand entrance and grand fair with the Sky Runner. But everything going on, that's his biggest priority. But maybe that's exactly what he needs to make this work. Well then, let's get a full night's rest so we're ready for tomorrow. I was going to say, I hope we're like going to swoop in from above because
and the age of a new king
he's
draws
probably
nearer.
expecting us to still go on land.
It's finally here.
So, we're set off the royal castle, slice the battle of our lives. A little disappointed. I'd just begun to grow accustomed to the cold. I'd say the same regardless. We've done all we can here. Let's depart with our heads held high, yes? Noah seems thrilled about arriving by sky instead of teleportation magic. Well, it takes a day to get from here to there. We'll have them city folks shaking their boots. Let's meet at the runner once we're polished off breakfast.
At last, only a day remains.
Whatever Luis throws at us, this is where we end it.
Between him and the Criers, he's certainly made a production of this. You don't suppose it's a trap?
Nah, he just loves a battle that'll make history. That's the bastard through and through.
Indeed. The man's in first place right now. Not much he stands to gain from subterfuge. But I'll admit, I have my own suspicions.
What? Losing your nerve, old fella?
Welcome back, Danish.
Me? I'm ready to lay the bastard out. I owe him at least one solid whack in the face from Ardell.
You can start with one for Del.
I don't read.
Give him 100 for yourself. If he becomes king, the kingdom is finished. Maybe even destroyed from the sounds of it.
No, Luis is very much a big, everyone get the fuck out of my way, I'm going to do this myself villain.
I'm still raised.
Ah.
Rella said as much
It's
too.
Gary Oldman.
About the country being overrun with hordes of
Big
humans.
country.
That might be his real aim.
Hmm? Mm.
Oh, I can't for the life of me think why Luis would want.
Tell me you recognise him.
Yes, I do. I know who Gary Oldman is.
This grand human.
He's a famous
slayer.
actor and a reader of a lot of books. Oh,
That I would know.
I'm guessing in one of the Harry Potter movies or something.
Yeah, Sirius Black.
At the very least, we know that Luis will not wield the king's magic to save this land.
We have our own future we're dreaming of. For Maria and Fabienne. For Grius and Rella. We've got to win this. For everyone's sakes.
You would pursue peril.
Great.
Let's
move
go.
out. The stage is set for the decisive battle to take place in Grand Trad. And so the Gauntlet Runner takes to the sky. He does not return within the hush of teleportation magic as a mere wanderer, but with the fanfare required of one who would claim to be prince. He is a boy no more. He stands now on equal footing with Luis, and his triumphant descent over the capital will finally make that known, whether or not his gambit is only a means to an end.
He's here! Wow! It's really him!
Welcome back.
Your Highness!
It's His Royal Highness the Prince. We've been waiting for you. Go and teach that damn Luis a lesson.
Finally! This is better than any of the fables. I'm putting all my money on Luis to win.
Sounds like they're more excited about the spectacle than about the prince being alive. Still, suppose it makes sense.
But by the faces in the sky and upon the rock, we are squarely set in second place. Even with the gap between us and Luis, the prince has faithful supporters.
Though 'tis not truly His Highness's face wrought in stone, but our captain's. After all this time, I cannot help but feel conflicted.
Luis spares nothing for an old woman like me. Saint Rella spoke truth. We need the help of His Royal Highness the Prince.
He's the boy with a saint's blessing. He's got to be genuine. If the Sanctus Church's power is waning, should I take His Highness's side over Luis?
Even after her confession, they still keep her words close. I suppose no amount of past sins could make them forget her genuine kindness. Seems strange to say, but we owe her a great deal. Without her, the people would never have calmed, much less placed their trust in us. We can't let them down.
But looking around the city, some of the fervor seems beyond reason.
Your Highness, you can't stop at Luis. You gotta kill all the idiots who believe in him. They're not right in the head.
That right? You're the ones who aren't right in the head. It's because of stiff old cowards like you that this country's been spinning its wheels. Not ever getting better.
Then why hasn't Luis shown up yet, eh? Sounds like he's your coward, after he arranged all this too.
True enough. If he doesn't even show up after all this fuss he's made, everyone would feel like fools.
Probably going for another big, grandstanding entrance like at the royal funeral.
Don't care what he's planning. Either way, he's dead meat.
Save your fury for the fight ahead. But still.
Over there! His Royal Highness the Prince has arrived.
Wow, and Lady Juna as well!
I say, nothing wrong with an adoring public, but this is getting more claustrophobic than the engine room. We don't want to get stuck. I'm popping back in the row.
Let's head to the Hushed Honeybee Inn for now. I'm sure Maria will be happy to see us back.
All the customers say they're on your side. I was surprised at how popular you are.
I'm gonna hide in my room every single. Exactly.
Thanks for helping, Maria. We couldn't have done it without you.
I tried my very, very best.
I never thought Luis would be the one throwing down the gauntlet to you. If he'd survived, I'm sure he'd say the same. You'd better get some rest tonight. Come on, Maria. It's time you went to bed.
I wish we could stay up and talk more. Good luck tomorrow. I'll be cheering for you.
It's finally happening.
You've got to win this. For Grius' sake, too.
Victory is in our grasp. We once thought it impossible to save His Highness the Prince, after all, and he now lives.
But without the king's wards, we'll be fighting on even ground. He won't make this easy on us.
The king's magic lived up to the legends. Capable of shaking the world itself. Every man, woman, and child has been at its whims for months.
It's not the kind of power any of us want in Luis's hands.
But will this fight truly settle everything? By the spell's own rules, the throne will go to whoever wins the most support. Even after this battle, the crown's fate isn't set. We saw how the people's hearts have been whipped to dangerous passions. When the dust settles...
Whatever they make of it, we've come this far. All we can do now is finish our fight and strike to kill. Any less, and Luis will cut us down.
Indeed. Let us now devote ourselves to victory, and then worry of what comes after.
This should be our last battle against Luis. I'm just trying to stay hopeful. Knowing how far we've come. Now you've awoken your archetype. Forged friendships. And taken so many burdens on your shoulders. You've really risen to this fight.
It's been an honor to serve.
Wow. Listen to you sounding like a proper hero. I suppose the prince thing is rubbing off on you. But it takes me back. If the prince could...
What's...
now.
I've been trying.
He'd be pretty proud of you, don't you think? I mean, you and he were best friends. Best friends.
Oh, that Pride Rock, is that Simba?
What?
What's the matter?
Oh, sorry. I felt like I'd misspoke for a second or something. Don't mind me.
Ow!
Anyway, we'll make sure this is the end for Luis. Gotta report our victory to His Highness personally, right?
Do you have a bad feeling, Dee Dee, about that line as well?
It's like I'm seeing the prince smile again.
Panic.
Right. Let's get some rest. We'll need it come tomorrow.
It's been a while.
So?
Getting some rest.
Good night.
Rest well. More of the book.
At long last, my lord, our investigations have borne fruit. We know where the true prince lies.
Shit, panic!
Those loyalists who disappeared with the prince led us right to him. We found traces of their coming and going.
Where was he hiding?
Far to the west of the royal capital, deep within a forest said to bewitch those who should wander in. An old village, erased from today's maps. That said, against all odds, it seems that this place is...
The lost village of the Elder. Last trampled by Fortin's troops, sent to burn it to the ground.
You knew then?
I see now. To hide in a place publicly declared as destroyed. Quite a gambit. The prince was born there, you know. An illegitimate son, after the past king's heart was drawn to a woman of the village in his youthful years of debauchery.
What? Then the prince really does bear elder blood.
Fortin did not raise the village for any defiance of his scriptures. He thought only to eliminate an inconvenient heir, a threat to his power, before his birth was known. The prince's survival, his complete disappearance, this was the missing piece. Zorba, go and snuff them out for good.
Sir, consider them annihilated. I've been hoping for an opportunity to test this newfound power.
Now, the battle at the royal capital looms. I must begin my own preparations. If you call yourself the prince, then I will give you a prince's end. And I have just the spell to do it.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Good morning. Did you sleep well? Ready to face the day?
This time, I won't let you down.
Stop that. You never have before, and you won't start today. Try to relax. And don't let this weigh too heavy on your shoulders.
But you have to come back, no matter what, okay?
I confess my mind strays back to the royal funeral. Yet we are more than we ever were then. Now we have the power to see this through.
Let's get out there, thrash him, and come back here to celebrate.
Never thought we'd find ourselves back at the Grand Cathedral for the final showdown. Let's pull ourselves together, ready our supplies, and give him hell.
Let's head there.
Can we talk?
Maybe. Sure, you have everything you need.
What now? What now?
Let's save beforehand in case we have to change our loadout, trees and that. Ugh.
All right then.
What's all we're gonna do? Show up with the prince? Knife against his throat?
Let's head there right away.
Hello.
Bloody fool.
This heat is insufferable.
Say there. He doesn't look like a prince.
Gone clammy all over.
Right. Ready?
This humidity I have.
Well, bit of a tricky situation. Can't exactly say I'm the tournament's official crier anymore, things being what they are.
I have a feeling you're right on that, DD.
I mean, Sanctifex Forden and St. Rella are gone. Bluntly speaking, there is no tournament anymore. But like hell, if that's gonna stop me, as a lone citizen watching over the future of our country, you can look to me for the latest news on this upcoming fight. Woo! Live free, crier! Fight the power! Very
Fight the
good.
king.
Let's begin, shall we? The Day of Judgment is here. The final fight between Luis, military paragon and one-man army, and the boy who claims to be the fallen prince. The entire continent's eyes are on this battle, folks, and only one of them's walking away. Let's see a show of true strength, worthy of our new king.
Your Highness, you can win. Give Luis the boot.
Count Luis! Kill that imposter!
It looks to me like Luis hasn't even bothered to show at the royal capital.
Oh, there's no way he'd run away from this. Anytime now. Anytime.
Whoa, over there! It's Luis's gauntlet runner! And so the leading candidate finally makes his appearance.
This is gonna be hard, I bet.
Luis.
See how many tricks he has up his sleeve.
The two titans of this race have finally come face to face. Let's introduce our candidates once again for this final bout. Our first candidate, Count Luis. Adopted son of a minor nobleman, he rose to fame on his incredible military merits, quelling domestic conflicts and almost becoming our nation's youngest general. Suspected of attacking His Highness, he was denounced and cast down, but his name has since been cleared, and now here he stands, closest to the throne. Then we have the Elden candidate, he who claims to be none other than His Highness, the Prince. Though his identity is uncertain, his strength is undeniable. Through his campaign, we've seen his team flourish, counting even the songstress Juna among them. The time has come to demonstrate his power. Will it be enough for this youth to take the throne?
I have to commend you. A lesser man would have run. This all began with the king's failures. He was an unworthy ruler, and his incompetence bred the chaos that followed. You, who claim to be the prince, what do you believe the people seek in their king?
Bloodline, intellect, I would say smarts one.
The intellect to resolve everything.
Force is never the answer.
Can intellect alone protect the people? In the end, words are nothing against power. Now let me ask you, my gathered people, what is it that makes a king?
My Lord Luis, kill him now! Only the strong can rule!
Your Highness, show us your power!
Young candidate, have you or your party any final speeches before the duel?
Sorry, what? Well, what's wrong?
I thought, oh, it's like it's the rule of Pride Rock, so I thought, oh, it's Scar. I look it up, it said Starla. Nope. It's got to be Simba.
Well, yeah, Simba would be the ruler of Pride Rock. He's.
Shut up, I'm just.
Okay, I'll give you headphones. Put it that way. Ow! Yes, you can turn it off if you want. I put it on because I thought you were getting cold out there. Had this on. Hey Flourish, you don't have physical power to protect yourself. You won't survive his rule. This is true.
We have only one thing to say. Wake up! Luis's fair world is barbaric. A land where the strong prey on the weak. He promises protection, but he is the very man who would see you
Watch
slain.
an hour of it. I watched an hour.
Hear this! Luis ordered my home destroyed by a human. Are we a land of animals? Or are we a nation united in the protection of the weak, in raising up our neighbors?
He's the type of man who will kill anyone who gets in his way. If you crown him king, I know the country will burn. Rella said as much.
People, do not let your hearts falter. I desire but one thing, a world without inequality. And I shall gladly offer my shield to all of those who follow this ideal. Those who do not, however, will be slain without mercy or regret. It could not be simpler.
Ooh, fancy sword.
If your equality means you will sacrifice the people who need help most, then I deny your world!
So, you think you have the strength to protect the weak? Then prove to me these are more than empty words.
Whatever you say, Donald Trump.
Come then, and act your part in this showdown. I have a new world to build, and you will die in its name.
The time has come.
Okay.
We're finishing this. I can do now.
Not this tactic.
Okay, so we have no idea what he's going to be weak for, so we just need to be careful. Okay, let's start with this. Because if he gets hit by wind, it'll debuff his attack. And debuffs are going to be the way to go, I feel.
Let's do this!
So,
I shall vanquish evil.
Testing the light.
Holy light!
By this, come forth, royal soul.
Testing the thunder stab.
Observe the enemy for all that we strive for.
Okay, now you. Wait, Huckleberg, you in the front. Like, get in the front. Huckleberg, tank.
If you dare.
Three turn icons.
Come,
Hulk.
accept my challenge.
Tactic.
Good job, Huckleberg.
Hulkenberg,
I can do this.
several ailments slowing you down.
Here I go.
Burn, baby, burn. Disco Inferno. This feels too easy. Just saying that now. I get the feeling he's going to have a second form. Okay.
Ready for anything?
Thank you. I'm obliged.
We settle this here.
Better be sure.
Okay, so we need to test ice and darkness at some point. Test the stabby.
I stand ready for all that we strive for.
I will annihilate you! Can you endure it? Come, accept my challenge.
The audacity!
That hurt a little.
Hulkenberg, you've got several ailments slowing you down.
His sword is purple like it's doing darkness space attacks, I want to say.
Summoner.
Okay.
Come forth now.
Debuff attack. That up.
Now, Savior! Oh, healing light!
Thanks.
Keep the health tot up.
Thank you.
I think that's because mine ended up on the floor. You should go to the shops and get me some crisps. Fuck off, Ants. Don't start that shit again. Let me some smoky bacon crisps. Oh, right now?
Oh, in the morning.
I was actually quite annoyed that that happened, and I am sorry.
It's okay. We can do
What?
this.
What happened? They were on the sofa like here.
I don't know. I went into the kitchen. They were on the floor. She did go into the kitchens a couple of times and came out with a couple of yogurts that she wanted me to give her. So I'm guessing she knocked them off the side. That's the only thing I can think of.
Can I just say something?
Yes.
Aren't cheap. They're like $1.15 per pack.
I know they are. They're more expensive.
Because they're deluxe though.
That's why I don't get them that often. But I will get you some. At some point. You want me to go in the middle of my stream to the shops?
You defy
Why
the
don't you
rule
go,
of
Pippi?
strength, then die by it.
Got any money in the right now?
Well, why don't you check that first? And I should hope you have money, otherwise how are we going to eat and drink?
For non-essential stuff, baby.
I know. I would offer you the rest of mine, but I'm guessing you want more than sea salt crisps.
I don't want sea salt.
Actually, yeah, sea salt may be very painful. Did you just spill like the last drippings of that on yourself?
Yeah.
I do not have a... kind of have a towel.
Settle this
I
here.
completely missed. Sorry, guys. Right, where were we?
Come forth,
Hey,
royal
what?
soul.
It's okay, honey.
Lightning.
No, because I'm all wet. But I don't think
You
it's going to
defy
dry
the rule
properly.
of strength, then die by it.
Well, they should, though. They should try quite quickly. Baby, to be a complete and utter pervert, aren't you always wet around me? Love you.
Let justice prevail. Is that all?
Yeah, you can have.
Thank you. This fight feels too simple.
Can you endure it?
My
I
life
strike to kill.
out with my kids on the Chris and ended up on the floor.
Hulkenberg, you've got several ailments slowing you
Oh,
down.
souls of kings, give me strength.
We settle this here.
The slow battle of attrition.
We might have a problem.
Go on, new one. And I think when we bought stuff to fill it up for like main meals and that, because it's a bigger fridge, because we got an American style one. That may sound weird to an American audience, but yes, American style fridge freezers and that are very weird, like uncommonplace over here, because our fridge freezers are usually a lot smaller than American ones, because obviously we don't usually have to travel as far for shopping, and we're expected to do shopping more regularly. But with Sammy's disability and us having to use public transport, it's actually easier to do a bigger shop or get things when we can that are on cheaper sales and stuff and fill up the fridge freezer. But where we got the new fridge freezer and where we filled up for the first time, I think we just went overboard. We're fine for money and everything, we just had to work things out, and it's just like a little panic when you look at your accounts and go, that's lower than you expected. Right, do I really need to use a recovery? Oh,
What a mess.
I feel like just using a single item here would be better. Save the MP.
This calls for one of these.
Let's meet. By the chivalrous spirit of the night, let's go.
Lower his defense again.
Is everyone all right? Oh, power of heroes! Strike me if you dare.
Debuff me as much as you want. Huckleberg can take it.
Annihilate you! Can you endure it? I strike
That wind?
to kill! I strike to kill!
Huckleberg tank like a tanker. Huckleberg is definitely like clutch class when it comes to tanking.
Take my fullest power. Perhaps this will be too strong.
Okay, so you're fully debuffed in all that way. So let's just test out some things. How do you actually feel about ice? Gives no fucks.
The power of life
Understandable.
itself is in my hands.
A bitch slap.
Troll, you gotta aim better than that.
It's okay. We can do this. I'm counting on you. By the
With blade in hand! Is that all?
Control misses.
Can you endure it?
Ice.
Straight,
Really hurting.
I won't last longer.
Keep her down. Someone
My
help her.
fate.
Okay.
I shall vanquish evil. Are you well?
I knew you'd help.
Thank you.
I will fight with pride.
Not much I can do if you're going to use attacks that hit everyone, unfortunately.
This should work.
I rejoin the
You
fray.
defy the rule of strength.
Oh, power
and
of
die by
heroes!
it.
Strike me if you dare.
I will annihilate you! Can you endure it?
Back
I
to
strike
darkness.
to kill! Come, accept my challenge.
Tactic.
Falkenberg, you've got several
Summoner.
ailments slowing you down.
Heed me!
Okay. We're back on the path.
Are you prepared?
We're back on the path.
Try not to worry.
Thanks.
I'm grateful.
I'm obliged.
By the Dark Knight! Lightning!
Let justice prevail! I stand waiting.
Can you endure it? Come, accept my challenge.
It's okay.
Falkenberg, you've got several ailments slowing you down.
Huckleberg can endure. Curiosity.
For your aid.
Naturally, lightning.
Summoner, come forth now.
Now. This should help.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Settle this here.
Hucklebergs take more hits.
Roar! By the
swarm with blade in hand.
Keep tanking.
I see. It would appear you have the metal to defend your claims. Then I need not hold back either.
Oh, here we go.
I will annihilate you!
Oh, shit!
Can you endure it? Come, accept my challenge.
Tactic.
Come, accept my challenge.
My strength.
Hulkenberg's badly wounded. Someone heal her. Hulkenberg's in bad shape.
Oh,
She needs
souls of
help.
kings, give me strength.
Hulkenberg,
defy the rule of
you've had
strength.
several ailments
Then
slowing
die.
you
Healing
down.
light.
Thanks.
I am grateful.
What's needed?
Let's stay calm.
Heal logger, my logger.
Lightning!
Observe the enemy. And oh, power of heroes! Strike me if you dare.
Oh god, this is gonna hurt.
Can you endure it?
It's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt.
Come, accept my challenge.
The audacity!
I strike to kill. I strike to kill.
How about tank? Tank like you've never tanked before.
Ailments slowing you down.
It is your turn! I'm obliged.
We settle this here. Are you well?
That helped.
That was helpful.
Thank you.
You defy the rule of
Let's
strength,
go.
then die by it.
Roar!
I stand ready. Let justice prevail.
What's wrong?
Let's make a bag for him.
You got 2 bags. I want so much instead. Sorry. How much were they?
$2.50.
The big bags. That's not bad for big bags.
I stand waiting.
Ain't it?
No, I'm sorry.
I will
No, don't.
annihilate you. Can you endure it?
Play Sims. Ow!
I like to watch the rest of my
I
videos
strike
before.
to kill. Come, accept my challenge.
My strength.
Okay. A little panicky about our MP.
Hulkenberg, you've got several
I've got a
ailments
drink.
slowing you down.
Best go get yourself a drink now before you sit down. What's it? Huh?
Maybe.
I love you.
Fine.
Right,
We
okay.
settle this
Souls
here.
of kings, give me strength.
Heed me.
I call upon
Rose
royal
pop
power
cocktail.
within.
I knew you'd help.
No, no, wait,
I'm
wait.
grateful.
Do you think that overstocked on Pom Cocktail?
It's okay.
Okay,
can do
I'm a
this.
little worried about our MP levels, so...
Got myself up next.
Here.
First, refill the
Oh,
healers.
thanks.
I'd rather deal less damage per turn and make sure we can heal and make sure we can attack.
Can you endure it?
I don't know. Oh, fuck ice.
Come, accept my challenge.
Tactic.
Hulkenberg,
Love you. Go, Huckleberg, go. Go, Huckleberg, go.
Here I go.
Might love me. My whole body in this world though right now.
Good. Very good. Yours is a worthy power, one untainted by petty tactics or cheap tricks.
Oh, don't tell me he's got a fair form. Wait, what? Luis, what are you doing?
Magnificent. You truly have become more powerful. But I would expect no less of a remnant of humankind. You're a survivor of a lost tribe, aren't you?
Humankind?
Because he's elder, you would call him a monster.
You should know the truth by now. After all that time I allowed you to spend on that pagan island. History as told by the Sanctus Church is a fiction. No doubt you saw all the evidence of a truer history. One that told of ancient times where the land was ruled by a far different people.
You mean the legends according to the murals and ruins from the temple?
Yufa! Don't humor him.
But if that war between gods truly did come to pass...
Gods? How droll. They may have governed all things with works far beyond ours, but they were no gods. They were an ancient tribe unlike any other race now lost. Wielders of true magic. The modern age saw them called Elder, shunned from our cities. But in their time, they were known as humankind.
I thought humans were those mad monsters. What are you trying to say now?
Luis, you dog! Your lies will soil His Highness's name no longer!
You believe it false? What would I stand to gain from lies?
Elda are actually humankind? Why wouldn't I know that?
Hear me! His appearance as a boy is mere trickery. In truth, he is humankind. He is kin to the feral monstrosities that roam this land, leaving carnage in their wake.
He doesn't know when to give up. No one would believe this madness.
No need to distress yourself. I'll show you the proof. You, boy, who call yourself the prince. You will be the cornerstone upon which my utopia is built.
What's he doing? Why did I get the feeling some bullshit's coming this way?
Utopia?
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
What's happening?
Hey, what is him?
Witness the truth! Good people, you would know the identity of your would-be prince. Here he is!
He's a monster! It's a human! This can't be.
The truth of the humans is laid bare. They're no beasts, but another form of the Elder Tribe. Cast aside their guise with magic, and they reveal their true colors. He is no royalty, no boy, but a ruthless fiend intent on your throne!
It's not true! It has to be one of the Count's illusions!
What illusion? That's no prince! It's a monster!
It'll kill us all! Run!
What has become of him?
It must be Luis's wicked magic. Yet, the aura of Magla, it's exactly like a human's.
He's not!
He's a human.
Hey! Snap out of it! You have to stop this! Ah!
To help anyone in need. Was it too idealistic? Was it too naive to win? Louise called it tricky, and even my very body.
Afraid, child. 'Tis not thy true self. 'Tis not thy true fate.
Who are you? What do you know about it?
In this moment, thy mind is disturbed, twisted by the power of that man.
Narcissist. Most unoffensive way ever. Not ever getting you anything. I don't even look at values. Actually,
That's what?
last frame thing. Do you remember I got your book?
Which one? I can't remember it, isn't it?
No, it's in the fucking window.
Okay.
I just dust off my hands to look at it. So I don't remember anything about it.
Oh. Thank you for the bits, Danish.
Maybe when I'm not talking to him might be a good idea though.
Yeah.
So he did that and it probably.
Yeah. No, I don't care.
I do.
Yeah, so I could hear you. Because I figured you were actually saying something important, which you were. You were there. Can I give you a kiss? What? Ow.
Well, eat Chris now. I just get them.
The time has come. Thou must face the truth deepest within thee.
What's that about?
The deepest truth?
Remember again.
Where'd your handmaid?
The purpose of thy birth.
My purpose? Yeah, that's right. I took a mission to save the prince.
An ideal world. Even if reality crushes everything I believe in, even if my ideals languish, I know I can trust you to see them through. It's always been that way. Whenever my life's been the hardest, you are always there to help me through it. After all, you're mine.
Wake up! Wake up! Hey!
It's fine, Danish. It's no problem at all.
Are you well?
Yeah, I think so.
You seem coherent at least. We saw you take on a terrible, monstrous form. We knew not what to do.
You had vast reserves of magic poured into you. It was eating away at your body and mind, but I've managed to suppress it. He may be back with us, but without rest, he will surely succumb to the spell. I don't know if he can withstand the same magic a second time.
I will not let you die. It would appear the throne is now mine in every sense. None remain to oppose me. Your vengeance is at hand. Will you not finally slay the monster and avenge your people?
Shut up!
Unfortunately, the prince is finished either way. Both this imposter and the true prince at death's door, deep in the woods.
The true prince? You bastard! What have you done?
Bloody hell! Is that why he called us here? It was all just a bloody distraction!
Your part in this has ended. Go where you wish, but I advise you run fast if you would outpace your hunters.
Seize the monster! I don't care if you have to kill it!
Attention now. This looks dire.
How could you deceive us? I knew all along that filthy lowborn was hiding something. Monster!
We retreat to our gauntlet runner. We must find him safe haven to rest.
It won't be long until the entire kingdom hears of this mess. We've no safe haven left.
Gallica, we've only got one option now. I'm worried about the prince too.
I know. We'll head to my home, and the prince's refuge. The Elden Sanctum.
Persona supporters have begun to drastically decline in number. All that hard work too.
Count Luis has saved the country. He has driven off the human who sought to usurp it.
Count Luis is our true savior.
Sounds like we've got our next king, then.
Might as well fall in with him. He'll keep us safe from any humans at the very least.
They'll be all right, won't they?
That boy is no monster. I'm sure they'll be fine.
Luis! What the hell did he do? Stay safe out there, boy.
The flow of that evil Magla was surely born from Luis's magic.
What a terrifying force.
I'll remember that sight for the rest of my days. But he hasn't got you beat yet, my friend. You can't tell me the fight's over.
Continue to decline.
Why?
How did this happen to anyone? Anyhow, there's no time to waste. Let's set course to the Elden Sanctum. Don't lose hope, Persona.
It was more of a defeat than it was a departure. They board the gauntlet runner and rush from the capital, as though hiding from the shrieking animosity of the masses. What more can they endure? There is no light to be seen.
A hiding place for the Elder Tribe. Wonders never cease.
We can marvel at it later. The mirror hasn't shown me anything for a while. I can't even see the room now, let alone the prince.
No. Just after we'd finally resolved the curse, too.
Luis's final words trouble me. We must hurry on.
At first glance, it is a simple forest, deep as any other. But the observant may sense that every tree in its formation is ancient and grand, bathed in mystical serenity. The name of this place is familiar only to the few who grasp the truth. The ancient Elden Sanctum.
Can you walk, lad?
That's a relief. Seems like the rest on the ride here did him some good.
Poor chap's even got me worried. I'll shuffle along too.
Hey, I reacted poorly when you were turned into that thing. I apologize. My mind just went blank. For a moment, I doubted you. Forgive me. I should have recognized Luis's drivel for what it was.
It's behind us now.
Nothing will shake me like that again, I swear it. And here's hoping there can be no surprises worse than that.
I have to see trees. If we get lost in here, we're never getting out.
I can sense a special barrier in place. Meant to deliberately lead people astray, too. A perfect place to hide.
Yeah, I feel that we're gonna find the prince dead.
Gallica, how fares His Highness? Does the Farsight mirror yield any news?
No. I checked a bunch of times in the Gauntlet Runner. I'm not seeing anything. I'm worried.
Hurry and lead the way.
Right. Everyone stay close so we don't get separated. The village is this way.
His life is in our hands. I believe in a world we can make people their own futures just like you. He's the only one who can see that dream become a reality.
Huh? This looks like... Who are you?
Are you alright?
My head's swimming. What is this place?
The royal flower? A surprise to see them blooming here.
Something about this place. Yes. The flow of Magla is strong here. It is much like the altar of the dragon god. The Magla in the air seems to be concentrated here. What is this place?
Gallica, something the matter? Your mind seems elsewhere.
Oh, sorry. I've got this weird feeling that something really important happened here. Anyway, let's keep moving.
So here you are at last.
Oh, great. Lots of greats. I have a sudden fear we formed in those flowers.
How odd. This place is clearly in ruins, but it doesn't look like natural decay.
It was burned to the ground. One day, a bunch of kingdom soldiers showed up out of the blue. Without so much as a reason. They made an inferno of the place.
But why? Why would His Majesty order such an atrocity?
Thinking back now, it may have been Forden who led the charge. I can't be certain. But if it was up to him, he would have done it just to purge the filthy Elda tribe.
Luis claimed that the Elden people were just another form of the humans. If he spoke true...
They're not. There's no way. Anyway, more than half of the villagers died in the fire. And those who survived were forced to hide in caves. That way everyone would think they were wiped out.
'Tis a shrewd ploy indeed, to hide in a place the enemy themselves saw destroyed. Yet, why did Alcis? No matter. His Highness is in this cave, correct?
Yes, over there.
What? That...
He draws no breath. Likely a stab in the back. I doubt he even had time to shout.
I recognize him. He was the associate of the first operative I came in contact with. He was a lot more skilled than those Sanctist warrior monks. But now...
Gallica, the cave is just ahead, yes?
Yes. It's past the woods, over there.
Then we move.
Not good at all.
I don't like this.
Okay, so I'm worried about the prince. We need to hurry to hide out on the lower level. A fairy? Then they feel a little alarmed if we swarmed in all and bigger like this. For now, let's leave them be and move on. Fairly old Juju man seems like he's working to lay a body to rest.
Russell? You're safe!
Huh? My word. Is that you, Gallica?
You were His Highness's tutor.
Hmm? I know but one red-tressed knight. Are you the royal guard? The Lady Hulkenberg? By the heavens. Then...
She's been helping us. Everyone here is a trusted ally. They've all fought to save the prince.
Alas. Oh, what a tragedy. If this reunion had only been a moment sooner.
Russell, where is His Highness? What happened? Is His Highness safe?
A few days ago, those detestable cursed thorns finally faded. I cannot tell you how long I had waited to see them gone. It was truly a joy beyond words. It happened before we could fathom it. A lone stranger, a loathsome figure, came striding in. His Highness had only just regained consciousness since the curse's lifting. Yet, to protect us, he threw himself upon the assassin's blade. We were horror-struck. His Highness lay pierced through the heart, and we saw him breathe his last.
No, that can't be true.
The stranger was a master of magic. None could match him. Of the Resistance's numbers, only I remain.
Who was responsible for this?
I don't know who the murderer was, but he cried his patron's name aloud as he did the deed. For Count Luis. From the moment he appeared, I believe his sole purpose was to kill His Highness. As soon as the lifelight left the prince's eyes, the stranger left. with only a smile.
An innocent boy. Twice tormented in the clutches of assassins. All because of the family he was born into.
Luis, there really is no evil you won't stoop to.
Please, Russell. Where is the prince?
We've laid him in the prayer room for now, at the end of the cave. He rests just this way.
You're coming, aren't you, love?
I must go to him.
You're right. Maybe we'll find some way to help.
Ah, I'd heard a rumor that there was a boy candidate who claimed to be His Highness. So, that was you? 'Tis just as St. Rilla said. You're no scoundrel. Indeed, you risked life and livelihood to see His Highness restored. Strange. Something in you reminds me of His Highness.
Something wrong?
No, it's nothing. Well, I will go before you to the prayer room. Once you are ready, you are free to join me.
Help Russell lay this body to rest.
You going to stay here?
No. I must bear witness myself. As his knight, I must.
Do you kind of get the feeling that because the prince literally couldn't physically exist because of the curse and that maybe he created an offshoot of his body, like a personality clone, essentially?
I'm a little worried.
The prince in the prayer on the level. I don't want to believe it, but we need to see it for ourselves. More staircases. Huh? That's voice.
Long have I waited. You must hurry. The time has come. All was for this day. There is still time.
Let's go.
What?
Well, the way I see it is I kind of need to rush to the prince's side. Yeah, I suppose I could talk to the people in here. The people who bought the princess village called themselves to be the resistance. They feared the name, but spread the word of their existence. The numbers gradually dwindled enough today. Tragedy, Russell is all who remains hard their resistance now. He's bloody dead.
Hey.
Russell, the princess, oh, His Highness. For you to forfeit his life and not save ours, mean you, we have truly failed you. We know attempt no penance to match the magnitude of our failure. I have a feeling he's not dead. Or dead in the sense of true death.
No. Your Highness.
Oh, please don't say that.
Why? I didn't realize anyone still remained to weep over this child. Huh? Gallica, you've returned.
Milady Gruaday. It's been a long time.
May I ask who this is?
She is the chiefess of this village. The Hermitess Gruaday.
She was kind enough to shelter the entire organization when His Highness fled to these woods.
I can't believe he's gone. I'm just some parapus orphan from the slums. I was never supposed to outlive any prince. Was he killed here?
No. It all happened in the bunk room in the back. We moved him here to the altar once all was quiet. I don't know if you'd believe me, but I received a revelation. Should the prince die, his body should be kept safe and still here until the rightful day comes. Even if the boy is but a bastard sired by that despicable man. He is still Her Majesty's son.
Despicable? What, you mean the king? Wait, who's Her Majesty?
Do you know nothing of the child's mother? The boy was not brought across borders to us. He was born here, in the ancient sanctum. His mother was our past chiefess, the queen of our elder tribe. She was a flower amidst the forests, a woman of such beauty, grace, and kindness. She saved this child from the flames. And it cost her her life. Her death is on that man's hands. Like a piper, he wandered in and seduced the young queen with his idealistic tales. But he failed to protect his family and died powerless. The village was only set ablaze because the boy was in the way of the Sanctus Church's designs on the throne. And that insipid king could do nothing to stop them. You see, this boy, His Highness the Prince, looks so much like Her Majesty. And so... You there, boy. Are you perhaps... No, it can't be. And yet...
Is something amiss, milady Gruede? He is one of Gallica's allies. His loyalty stands with His Highness, and he has risked much in the prince's name.
Whoa! What's with the formal introduction? You were the one who gave us our orders in the first place.
Hurry.
Hey, are you okay?
I'm starting to wonder if that female voice is his mother.
The time has come. Here thou camest to the end of thy journey. This secret place was home to thee.
Wait a minute, this is where every character gets their archetype power.
Now, remember thy path thus far. Walk thy life's road and see it anew. I have been waiting for thee to overcome thy trials. Long have I waited for thy return. Know this, his life is not yet ended.
This voice.
It all started on that ill-fated day when the usurper thought to extinguish his light. Before he fades away, recount all thou hast seen and felt, all thou hast gained in thy journey's course.
I look now to the past and see the roads travelled on this journey.
Gallica and thee sought to take the head of Luis, but thy efforts came to naught. So, ye moved instead to join a tournament to decide the land's king.
In the prince's name.
Though thy plan was reckless, thou didst win the trust of the people by the support of peers and subjects alike. Thus, thou didst declare thyself the prince.
It was all for victory.
After overcoming many obstacles, thou didst finally lift the prince's curse. Yet by the cruel machinations of another, the young prince...
He is no longer with us.
Thy sole mission was to save the prince. Bereft of him, thou hast no further reason to live.
That's not true.
If the prince is dead, wert thy efforts all for naught?
His will lives on.
So thy resolve is yet unbroken. So be it. Thou hast earned the truth. He was consumed by the curse, and was taken by a deep, abiding slumber. Yet his soul remained alive. So from his earthly form, I extracted his soul, that he might travel the land in Odyssey. And thus his stilled sands began to flow once more. Thy journey hast taken thee far, and taught thee much. So now I ask thee, who art thou?
I'm the prince's friend.
Is that truly thy role? Clear your mind and think. To name but a few. Thy parents? Memories of thy youth? Hast thou any recollection of where and how thy youngest years were spent? Yes. Thy memories begin the moment thou befriend the prince. Dost thou suspect the reason?
I don't have a past.
As I said, thou hast nothing. Thou art a being of mine own creation. 'Twas Gallica alone who the Resistance laid their hopes upon all those days past. Thy life had yet to begin.
But Chris comes in.
All thou hadst, all that had been bestowed, was a memory. Thy mission to save the prince. Thy memories of youth in the prince's company, and the void enshrouding all else in thy past. All signs of thy conjured existence.
I have nothing?
Nay, the words of the prince in thy memory are unmistakably of his true heart. The memories gained on thy journey, the friendships made, the trust forged. These true things are thine own. All thy trials, all thy experiences, wert to prepare thee for this day. To share the strength thou hast gained with thy other self.
My other self?
Trust and friendship I've gained has been there to support me. But if they'd known I come from nothing, that I am nothing with people who stood by me, believed in me, and the same goes for the desires to help anyone in need. How is it that I've trouted such a laughable idealistic belief as this long?
Accept the truth, and thou wilt face an ordeal beyond any you have yet faced. If thy desire is instead for freedom, thou mayest still abandon thy mission and end it here.
Is that right?
I see my true identity is...
So I bid thee answer my final question. Who art thou in truth?
We are literally a persona, and we are literally having our persona awakening.
I am... the prince.
What is this? I feel a curious resonance.
Could this be? But how? Impossible.
Hey, what's going on?
What awaits us now?
Ah, life is not yet lost. Thou wert born apart from the prince's flesh, born of his desire to change the world. In his stead didst thou travel the world. Thou didst support his heart, and became his living fantasy. That is thy true self. Thou art everything the prince sought to be, his ideal. It all began with the novel in thy possession. Drawn by the divine relic, Magla coalesced into flesh, and flesh coalesced into form. The form of an elder, as I once was. The time hath come. Awaken, reborn anew. No more the prince's dream of utopia thou wouldst chase. Nay, but thine own.
Huh.
What? What is this?
What's happened?
Kept her haircut, basically gained the prince's eyes and hair color.
Thou hast done well to guide him this far.
This voice. I'm sure I've heard it before.
Thy mind should now be clearing. Remember now thy true charge. He was never a member of the Resistance. The mission, the departure, was thine alone. And thereafter didst thou encounter him.
Who are you? Wait, what am I saying?
In those long ago days, he had just been born into this land. Newborn in form, if not in appearance. The boy needed a guide. Thus, I decided his memories would be thine. Thou wouldst share past and purpose, a memory so crafted to suit thee. My journey to the capital would not be made alone, but alongside him.
No, that can't be. He was there when we got our orders.
I never thought I would have to ask this of you. But there are so few of us left now. There is no one else to turn to. Will you infiltrate the military to deliver a message to our contact there? This is your mission. For all our sakes, you cannot fail.
1 second.
No! But... I was alone?
By this choice, he might be saved. By these gentle, necessary lies, we could live to see this day, when our dearest wish is fulfilled. As he traveled alongside thee, he gained both strength and wisdom. It is only by thy efforts that my voice reached him. He has now been saved. And so, the journey ends here. Thou hast fulfilled thy mission admirably.
What? Wait just a minute. What do you mean, it ends here?
From here on, thy path is thy own. Choose thy own future for thyself, and may the fates smile on thy journey.
How do we make sense of this?
Is it really you? How do you feel?
Fine would be the best words about it.
I feel fine, I think.
There seems to be no doubt. He is still himself, but I also sense His Highness within him.
Everyone? I need to tell you something. The truth is...
So let me get this straight. You're saying it's not a matter of our captain and His Highness joining together, but that the former was this disembodied entity sprung from the latter?
Then that's why he had no memories? 'Cause he didn't even exist?
I see. Finally, I understand the strange feeling I had sensed upon our meeting. What shaped you, so to speak, was the prince's will itself, a part of his consciousness. Yes, the prince's very heart. He was his soul given flesh. Perhaps the form we knew was one shaped by material magla, much like how the dragon god manifests beyond the vessel Dracadios.
A mass of magla with a will. Forget the dragon god. He may as well have been a dragon himself. Small wonder he awakened to an archetype before anyone else. It was no great aptitude for magic. He himself was composed of pure magla.
The self, as a manifestation of one's desires. Similar to archetypes. I suppose this is the very essence of magic.
You mean to say that it was not merely pretense to claim the prince's name? He truly was His Highness all along?
If that's true, this is finally your reunion with your sworn liege. Seems like cause for rejoicing, eh? Lady Hulkenberg of the Royal Guard.
But I failed to protect His Highness.
I feel like I need so much therapy. I can understand that, Didi.
No. I am sure the strength of your devotion had a hand in saving him.
While all and sundry believed the lad had shuffled off, you alone kept the faith, milady. And in the end, that faith was rewarded.
Fate was changed.
Are you really His Royal Highness the Prince? Please, please forgive me, Your Highness. I failed you when you needed me most. And more, despite being a member of your Royal Guard, I did not recognize Your Highness at our meeting and showed you such insolence.
Actually, you've been there for me this whole time.
Notice our voice has changed slightly as well.
He's right, you know. If we'd not met you, we'd certainly never have made it this far.
This time, I will protect you. Even should it cost me my very life. I swear to it.
Finally, we've done Grius proud. We've really done it.
By the way, what are we supposed to call you now? I mean, how would you prefer to be addressed, my lord?
You can just keep, calling me Captain.
No, Your Highness! With all respect, I must object.
This is no time to be thick-headed, Miguel. He's the one who gets to decide what we bally call him, so we'll listen to him, eh? What?
You, sir, should be begging His Highness for forgiveness on bended knee. You mangled the royal runner to your own whimsy, you lout!
Well, that is. I mean, it was all dashed useful in the end, wasn't it? A bit of clemency, Your Highness.
So much for acting, same as always.
Exactly, we like the runner. There's nothing wrong with the runner.
It's beyond
is that
belief.
supposed to be?
Not just that a child who'd lain cold for years could come back to us, but through such extraordinary circumstances. After so long in
Oh, it's one of those things.
he could
Yeah.
not even open his eyes. He may as well
Oh, you
have been
describe it, not carry on with it.
But all this time, he had been on his own
Never mind.
journey.
Okay.
It was the
It's
boy's
just
dearest
crap.
wish.
I don't know what she's doing.
He spoke of a fantasy of traveling the world, meeting its people, seeing its truths. And without him even knowing, magic made it real. He is a child of Elden blood and Elden legacy. All these years he spent in the village, he has rested near the secret of true magic. Perhaps this is how it came to be.
His was a fantasy surpassing fantasy. It became more than a dream, but a self-possessed force acting of its own volition. And now, reunited, Prince and fantasy live anew.
A journey to discover and reclaim the self, in all senses. No wonder he set off the custom igniter in the Royal Gauntlet Runner. It was the Crown Prince himself.
Even having it all explained like this, it feels like nothing short of a miracle.
I can only guess that fate had a hand in it.
That's right. I remember, I heard a voice. Guide him, it said.
What's this all of a sudden?
If you can't remember anything from before our journey, then we probably met after you'd only just... happened, right? I shouldn't have known you then. But for some reason, I was convinced that we'd always been together. I thought we both received the order to save the prince, too. Ever since the moment I heard that weird voice guiding me.
A voice? Lady Gruade mentioned a revelation. Hold on, are we still being mystic and metaphorical, or was there an actual guide involved?
I know someone was guiding me. I just don't know who.
So a disembodied voice. Hang on. Come to think of it, that sounds a bit familiar for me too.
Hey, who do you think the voice belongs to? Any idea?
Sure, it's our mother.
I have a faint idea, but I'm not entirely sure.
Come to think of it, this place, the light coming in, they seem familiar.
I might say the same. When I first acquired this power, I had a vision of somewhere not unlike these grounds.
Does this mean that we've been guided as well?
Perhaps someone has been at your side unseen, watching over the course of your journey. I imagine all this comes as a great shock for you as well. But here you are, back in your rightful place. You have come to the end of your arduous journey and found new life. It is a life well won, grasped with your own two hands.
Chief Gruade, we want to know everything. What is the truth behind your tribe, the Elder? We Mustari are also said to have inherited truths of the world before us. Histories hushed by sanctism. But this village, it is something altogether different. I myself feel a strange familiarity here. A lost haven underground, yet letting of the sky's light. Please, tell us, what is the Elder Tribe?
To know what we are, you must first know our history. Come to the altar room past the door. I'll wait for you there.
What now?
1, save. 2, I see a shop. Let's go investigate the shop. I know, we know there's a necromancer stalking, so like, get ready for bullshit.
Now what am I to do?
So if you need this time?
Doing your best. Go, Damien, go, Damien, go, Damien, go. Go, Damien, go, go, Damien, go.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Understood.
Got this. Plus NXT. Background's actually today. Obviously. Got back 4 plus 1.
Go save again. Right, I've got an ad coming up in 9 minutes, so I'm going to run it early because I feel like we're about to get drawn into a lot of exposition cutscenes and explanations. So, yeah, I'll be back in a little bit. Sammy, stop waving so close to my eyes. You're going to give...
Chocolate time out, please.
Most people just ask for a timeout and call it a chocolate timeout, but yes, my cutie tootie. Because that's just the start. I've got much planned for you.
God. I can help with that. I know I can.
Right. M2's being birthday broken. Why am I not surprised he's being birthday broken? He gets broken most days as it is. If it's his birthday today, he's going to get broken 6 times as much. Right, let's find out the truth about the world.
That won't be huge. I get
Also, I'm noticing these are Elden, right?
or like a dog. I'll just lay on the
They don't have heterochromia eyes. Was that just unique to our character because he wasn't real? Like maybe the yellow eyes kind of like the significance of a persona, because Shadows and Personas used to have yellow eyes in the games, and the blue eye was the prince's eye. I think that was supposed to be like a subtle hint. Please all be voiced.
To me. Does this depict the Elder Tribe?
Elder comes from an ancient word, meaning only the Old Ones. It was an alias given by our ancestors to outsiders who visited the village in the distant past. As for our original name, you know it well by now. We were humans.
The human tribe. So Luis's words...
There is no human tribe. Tribes, as we know them today, did not exist then. We were all one people. Humankind.
A world united. But wait. The ruins on Virga Island. There's nothing left of the civilization today. Was it destroyed? Why? How?
A war. One that all but destroyed the world past. But its destruction was born of the discovery of Magla. Or as you call it today, magic. Do you wonder what they battled over? Without the divided tribes, what could they have disagreed on? They were racked by division. Over the abstract, undefinable idea of rightness. They tried to destroy something invisible, and destroyed only themselves. And any idea of absolute rightness is born of fear. The people we now call tribes were either born of artificial division for the sake of the war effort, or natural adaptation to survive the hellscape after.
It was torn apart by fear and anxiety, giving rise to tribes as we know them.
Unbelievable. We've met plenty of people caught up in pointless conflicts. Given the choice, I know they'd rather live in a world without tribal division. And yet the truth is, that world's already fallen apart. More than that, it's how we all got here.
Such drastic physical changes would normally have taken eons to effect. Accelerated by Magla, however, it was only a matter of a scant few centuries.
That is very true, Didi.
You understand now, yes. We, the Elder, are the survivors of the old world. Our ancestors fled the flames of war and thus escaped the ensuing divisions.
That means the prince has to say, I am a scion of both the old world and the new.
Beggars belief. It is nothing short of astounding. But then, why do we know these monsters as humans?
By the war's end, both sides were consumed by fear. Their magical assaults escalated with each retaliation, until it was beyond all control. Our world became a hell. Rampant magla distorts the body and mind. By now, I'm sure you know that better than you ever wished to. Humans are what remains of that branch of humankind that succumbed to melancholia. Broken, horrifying testaments to their own mistakes in the war of magic. Some persist, breed, and multiply as any beast does. Others live centuries of agony before their lives burn out. Even we do not know the full scope of their nature.
And considering we're in a sealed-off island, that's almost impossible to get out of because there's a lot of sea ones and ridiculous currents. It makes you wonder what the rest of the world looks like.
Regardless, when the 8 tribes settled in this land, our claim to the human legacy was forgotten. To the people, the name only meant slavering, insane monsters. Therefore, we took on an alias instead. The same one by which we are known today. The Elda.
So, the old world couldn't control its magic. Wait. How does the Sanctus Church fit in? All this revisionist history to spread their magic igniters.
Indeed, what are magic igniters to you? Tools for the Church to shackle the people, perhaps? Or weapons that hide magic's true potential? Am I close to the mark? In truth, it's the opposite. Igniters are tools made to limit magic. Restraints made in self-discipline, meant to avert a repeat of history's destructive mistakes. The Sanctus Church of today is muddied by greed. But its faith was born of good intentions. They once urged self-control, and thus control of one's personal magic. At times, they preached we must close our eyes to the truth when it would only lead us to ruin. By this benign tenet, history was obscured, and the Elder denounced.
I had no idea. There's a grim irony in that.
His Majesty only hid his son's ancestry to protect him. Yet in the end, that meant Forden could attack the village under any pretext he liked, his motives concealed.
With all that said, you have now reclaimed your true form. The friends that stand with you are of different tribes and ideologies, but of one mind. As you are now, you may walk the path of the rightful king. The path of a modern world, where the tribes walk as individuals, yet with mutual respect and cooperation.
The sovereign's power. Thou king to be, entrusted with the will of the people. To bear their hopes is to be their rock in the storm, and to face anxiety in their names. Yet, anxiety itself is not something to blindly reject or desperately cast away. It begins with a simple thing, acknowledging its existence. Accept thy weakness, walk forward alongside it, and thou wilt grow strong and true in its company.
There is weakness in people. I'm sure there are many who would say that helping anyone in need is not but a fantasy.
Besides,
But realistic or not, I refuse to accept Luis's methods as an alternative. The weak, those who distance, do not deserve to die out as though that is a natural order. Hello, true form. My determination to challenge the unknown has awakened the heroic embodiment of the prince.
do it.
If no one understands me the right way, I'll accept that. There will still be meaning in showing them my convictions in the fight to come. That is passion.
That's it. I've made up my mind. I'm with you to the end, no matter what.
Where's this coming from?
Before we got there, this guiding voice thing told me my duties were over. But what am I gonna do? Just go, okay, bye? Especially after we've come this far together? No. I'm going to face Luis with you, even if it is scary.
Even you've got to cope with anxiety, eh?
I realized something in our travels. Anxiety can lead people astray. But overcoming it makes a person stronger. There's always anxiety in the unknown. I know what it's like to be afraid of something I don't understand. That's why I think it's my duty to help people face and connect with their anxiety. Is that okay? From now on, it's not about orders. I'm with you, because I want to be.
I'll be counting on you as always.
Same here. Stick close to me, okay?
Well, we're past the worst of it. But the problem remains. Luis's dark magic. We've seen it turn the boy into a monster. And no doubt he can do it again.
A forbidden spell, turning sane mortals into the fearsome human monsters. In other words, a destabilizing magic, churning a person's magla into a snarl beyond control. This man named Luis, he may have his own past in this ancient sanctum.
Luis has been here? What do you know of him?
What do you wish to know?
What is this forbidden spell?
The essence of magic is in the control of magla. However, just as its chaos may be calmed, it can also be deliberately pushed out of control. That was what you saw. He whipped your innate magic to a frenzy and you were lost to melancholia. Just as the humans of the ancient war once were. In every age, the cause and effect are the same. People learn fear, become slaves to their anxiety, suffer, and thus, the power of magic is born.
Pardon me. You mean to say anxiety is the source of all magic?
Magla is a substance born of the heart, generated when one feels anxiety or fear. By certain means, it may be kindled into power. That is what we call magic. In this way, it is by virtue of the anxiety in our hearts that we gain the power to overcome it. Magic is a natural process, and anxiety is its invaluable, irreducible fuel. But in turn, those burdened with more anxiety and fear produce more and more magla from their hearts. Without the willpower to face your fear, the magla overflows. Uncontrollable by magic, it can give rise to strange and terrible happenings as it manifests. With the world embroiled in chaos, these outbursts of swollen magic may be happening all across our kingdom.
'Tis the answer to everything. The melancholia crystals, the beasts driven feral. The very land is erupting with the weight of its people's fears.
Oh, shit.
Hold on. If Luis's art is rooted in bringing out this chaos, then anyone might be next. He said he became a monster because he's elder, but that wasn't the complete story. If what you say is true...
Indeed. All people today are ultimately descendants of humankind. If Luis so chooses, he could turn anyone into a human monster. Yet as long as you have the strength to confront your fears, even this transformation may be defied and overcome. What do you wish to know?
Who exactly is Luis?
Every time I heard of his doings in the wider world, I felt more and more sure that Luis is from this village. His knowledge of humans, his skills in magic, his grasp of darker arts, they're all beyond a mere soldier to begin with, however prodigious. As it happens, a name does occur. Among those old families who perished in the fire, there was one by the name of Caradrius, a family of doctors, I believe. In an effort to better heal the ills of the people, they had studied spells much like the ones he now exploits. The details are long since lost to the fire. But if Luis bears our legacy, that may be the reason for his vast knowledge.
Wait. What about Luis's ambition? The vision Rella saw? Do you think he actually wants to turn everyone in the kingdom into humans?
There is no known magic strong enough to turn many people at once, and none that can be cast quickly.
Even if it was possible, I don't know what it would accomplish. But this is Luis we're talking about. Who knows what he's thinking?
But if he would turn people into humans, if in the unlikely event that happens...
If there is any motive for such cruelty, it can only be hatred. If Luis is truly from this village, then their fire would have cost him everything. Such unjust tragedy could easily beget a thirst for revenge.
Yeah, massacre case an
Even if it
event.
meant wielding a magic that twisted life into something terrible, instead of uplifting it. Indeed, it seems the opposite of an archetype. A truly dark power.
Who goes there? Someone flees!
That's him. The malformed assassin who struck at the prince. He's bound for the woods.
After him!
Ah, hell no! Get back, you fucking asshole.
What now?
First of all, also, where is this new archetype? Support attacks from comrades happen more easy. Enemies are stunned more easy in the overall combat. Heroic slash deal heavy physical slash damage for one enemy. Damage boosted against human type monsters. Massive buff, light damage to all enemies. Got MP, HP and MP each time support attack lands in the overworld. Ooh, that's very useful. Adds 4 turn icons. Can only be used once per battle. Resist all affinity damage other than Almighty.
Behold, I walk a royal path.
It reminded me, I think it's very prudent that I just go boost.
Good. I'm still getting stronger. New skills, new possibilities. Good. I'm still getting stronger.
Also, curiosity, Stroll. No, it doesn't look like I've got any 50 first. Drew, sir, do you sell a better sword for my prince class?
Hello.
Yes, yes you do.
Yeah. What now?
That goes on money for now, but who cares? May not be the best class to use, 'cause it's not set up optimally, but...
What now?
I feel it may be most useful. Boss, is everyone safe? We are. We had no casualties, however. We were sad like pebbles on wherever you ever glance. Don't do anything but watch us powerless against him. So as she could have been done. Responsible as they were for the downfall of the resistance, any move we might have made would have resulted in need of sacrifice. I believe the intruder sensed the power of the Princess Awakening and came to investigate. Don't know why he would have run away, but surely he has a plan. Tread carefully.
Ready?
Oh, this necromancer's gonna stay buried this time.
Stop! You. Zorba.
So it was you behind the attack? Indeed it was. I killed the prince, though he died all too easily. And the odd thing was, his aura felt awfully similar to yours. So I decided to bide my time a while and listen. And it's a good thing I did. There really is something stranger going on. Who are you? Are you the prince or not? Whatever your answer, I must report back to Lord Luis.
Do you have any idea what Luis is really scheming? If he becomes king, everyone in this country is doomed.
If that is what Lord Luis so desires, then I shall see it done.
It's almost impressive how blind your faith in him is.
I suppose it's just easier to follow instead of thinking for himself. He's forgotten anything he really wants.
What did you intend to do? The crown is too heavy a burden for your reedy frame. Lord Luis is the true king, who will save the worthy. And you are nothing but a powerless imposter, only fit to be sacrificed.
He is no imposter, fiend. His Highness has finally taken his first steps on the road to victory. Here, at his journey's end, after enduring these countless hardships, he has become a true successor, a true ruler. Because he knows the people's suffering firsthand.
Well, imposter or not, it's all the same if he's a corpse. And so I shall return the prince and his dying legacy to the underworld, where they belong.
I reckon you!
Bastard! I wondered why you ran away. But it was all to lure us straight to this monstrosity.
Keep your guard up. The melancholia is fueling his magic power.
We've come too far to be stopped by something like him. Let's put our power on full display.
Power of your new archetype it surges forth.
Guy shows up again just when we've unlocked some new power. Kind of feels like fate by now. Okay, time for a new fight. Stay on your toes.
Prince Archetype is exclusive to the protagonist. You can now change to it if you wish. It can act as support for all civic skills. It has unique traits and final archetypes, but none of its skills can be transferred.
All right, let's take it down and then get after Zorba.
Heroic slash.
I shall do my summoner.
Remember correctly, this thing hated fire.
Now give me your aid! No, no holding back! Oh, holy light!
By the swan. Come! I stand waiting.
Hagabird, do your thing. Tank it. Oh, it'll be lightning, if anything.
I'm all prepared.
Wild boar.
I'm counting on you!
No holding back!
This is the power said to belong to a priest.
Here I go!
That shit hit hard.
This will be too. I must hold on.
Actually, you know what?
Heed me! Twas needed.
I can't afford to hold back. You first.
For all that we strive for!
There goes eating the apples.
He's healed! We've got to do something about those apples! Let me handle those apples. All right, leave it to me. Now it can't heal itself anymore. Don't waste your chance. Get in there!
Lend me your strength. I won't hold back. Better. We'll do this together.
All right, let's go.
Let's do it.
Taste my blade.
Everyone is counting on me. Take my fullest power. This may be excessive.
Looks like we can't brute force through this one.
I must do this.
The power of life
Bonk it.
itself is
Just
in
to
my
see what it's
hands.
weak against. So tried light, so it's probably lightning it's weak to.
Go for it.
Paladin! Is that all?
Please.
By this power.
I shall do. Oh, souls of kings, give me strength.
Alright, let's buff this time and test the
We
lightning.
have provisions.
No, it's not weak to lightning. So that would leave ice, piercing, and wind. Well, it's casting wind, so I'm not going to use wind on it. Probably heals to that. Let's heal.
Oh, healing light.
I knew you'd help.
I'm grateful.
I'm obliged. Oh, power of heroes!
I'll check darkness as well, don't worry.
More apples? Quick, knock them off again!
Oh, it has like multiple areas we can hit.
Lend me your strength. No.
Now, you go for the apple.
The blade's edge. It's still up.
This is the path
of victory!
Do I want to test again? Ice or wind and stuff.
Work together.
No, this hits everything.
We'll team up.
I'm hoping this will kill the apples as well.
Come forth now. Yes, I destroyed it.
I can't afford to hold back.
Part of it is also
No
the apples.
holding
Cool.
back. No, let's get on with it.
Extreme light damage to everything.
Do this.
Divine
You will
punishment.
face justice.
Oh, hey, that's Didi's lightning. That's just been kind of cooled down the entire time.
For all that we strive for!
I mean, you know, just
Strike me
keep
if
blocking.
you dare.
Oh, it pissed.
More apples? Quick, knock them off again!
Trivia.
Light.
Radiance.
Everyone is counting on
For victory!
Okay, we broke the thing that is weak too. Good smack.
There's another one.
Here I go!
No, probably best you just do the basic wind one.
Heed me! I destroyed it!
I pray that
I shall fight as the noble I am.
No more apples. Okay, so ice and darkness, yeah? So, do we have... Oh, dark crystal. Dark crystal to the face.
They die hard.
By the sworn oath of Paladin! Is that all? I will fight with you. I won't hold back.
Be correct, Slash.
A tough one.
More apples? Quick, knock them off again! You've regenerated the headwinds! Here comes another round of wind attacks! His legs are back to normal! Ugh! We'd only just taken them out!
You know, regenerating your apples and eating them the same turn is pure yes.
It's up to you now.
Luckily,
It is your turn!
Yeah! You've hit their
No.
weakness!
Give me your aid.
actually,
I call upon royal power
play it
within.
safe. Play it safe. Heal.
Thanks. That was helpful. Thank you. I stand with blade in hand. No. Join with me.
One enemy. One enemy. Debuff the everything? Yeah, sure. Why not?
You can do this.
Roar with royal might. Push onward.
More apples? Quick, knock them off again! Nice dodge! You've got some fancy footwork, Stroll. Too slow! Let me
Oh.
handle those apples.
Oh yeah, sure. Gotta go.
All
Thanks.
Now it can't heal itself anymore. Don't waste your chance. Get in there!
We'll do this together.
I could windblade it. I mean, it gives me more pen icon, so why not?
Tis yours.
Scour. Come on.
Even my strength will be needed.
For victory!
I pray you're ready.
Heed me!
Almighty damage.
That's all to turn the tide
I
of the
can't
battle.
afford to hold back. Are you prepared?
I mean, this one just keep hitting it.
Power of light. Not done
Is
yet.
everyone all right? Let us fight as one.
Hammer of
Combine our
justice.
strength. I'll run you through.
Did. Now, can we burn the body and make sure it doesn't come back again?
Not bad.
I admit, it feels.
I continue to grow.
Excellent.
Power can be so...
I am most certainly stronger than I was.
I'll always aim higher.
I'm getting stronger.
Like, seriously, can we just, like, delete this thing from existence?
The bastard got away.
I say, you chaps boggle the mind. It's no mean feat to fight on even footing with a human.
I'd hoped as much. You may yet have the power to face Luis at his full strength.
It's good to see you're safe. We've certainly taken these powers a long way. Maybe we thought ourselves invincible, but don't worry. At long last, the prince is safe. In a manner of speaking. Everything's going according to plan.
Still, what's our next move? The people think you a monster. We'll not
Right,
find any public backing like this.
Alces once said that His Highness the Prince was a soul born into adversity. He is royalty and elder both. Heir to the legacies of heaven and earth. He is water and fire, in condemned conflux. When the day comes that His Highness may be revered as the good ruler he can be, then the world will truly be free of prejudice. And that, he said, is why we fight.
In his own words, huh? We have to fight for what he believed in. All the more reason we can't turn from this.
Right. Years of prejudice won't go away overnight. Nothing could accomplish that. But if we don't believe things can change, they never will.
Come what may. My life is a shield raised in your highness's name. Are you prepared to fight Luis to the bitter end?
We fight him together.
Yes. By our efforts, we will stop Luis's reign.
If he ends up king, he'll be sending all traitors to the gallows. Not just us, but any innocent folks he doesn't find use for.
We've lost too many lives on this journey. If Luis has his way, the world's such partings will become all too common. We have to stop him.
Look, I'm never giving up hope either, okay? All we have to do is beat him, right?
Looking forward to the victory song.
Well, we've got bigger things to worry about now. But I can't wait to sing it.
You... I'm still amazed. You really do look just like your mother. Truly, you are a child of fate. Your mother,
you know what I
loved
mean.
your father, and you with all her heart. The injustice that befell this village is not your fault.
Did we get the exact same?
We should have got a baby one of those kids. But
Listen well. Once you leave this village,
Oh, just have-
you cannot return until you have fulfilled your ambitions.
Next.
After all,
Thanks for work, Paul.
an old
I'll-
crone like me can't take
Oh,
care
sweet.
of you forever. If you want to overcome your
Hey,
hardest
did you take Teddy
challenges,
upstairs?
you'll
Yes.
have to face them yourself.
No, I didn't when I went to the toilet last. Hey, Nightera. I am doing very well. How are you?
The world's fate is in your hands. Please, put an end to the tragedies of humankind's failures.
Oh, by the way, did you see Immortal Life got a big update? Looking forward to that when I get a chance to play it again.
Thank you. And for everything.
Our final battle lies ahead. We cannot lose. Yet, before all else, His Highness has only just awoken. Let us rest in the Gauntlet Runner for today, and advance to the royal capital tomorrow.
Don't be sick. You get better soon. All the hugs, Nightera.
It's a bit strange, isn't it? I was convinced we'd been together for a long time. But I can't believe we've only just met. The beginning of my journey may have been a false memory. But my journey with you and the memories we've made, those are all real. Guess I'm repeating myself. But I'm glad we're working together.
Stay beside me forever.
Well, when you put it like that, you're gonna make me blush. But thanks.
With this time of year, it could be either, really. A cold or a flu. Having overcome her trials, I sense newfound convictions from Gallagher as both an ally and a friend. Ooh!
The mystical fairy, Gallica. She who still keeps the virtues of the mage. Your tempered bond has become a fire-forged trust. Thus, a new pinnacle of heroism awakens within thee. By the grace of her newfound powers, work together to give truth to our hopes and fulfill thy destiny.
We've got the path to tomorrow in front of us, and I'm gonna lead the way.
Elemental Master unlocked. Warlock unlocked. You now study Elemental Master in Academia. See what new powers await you. You now study the Warlock in Academia. By seeing what new powers await you.
When things get tough, remember this magic. The music meant for you will play in your head.
This is the magic music that Gallagher cast for me once. Now that I think about it, it may have helped me in many ways I didn't realize.
By the way, the Chieftess told me something about your novel. Apparently your parents gave you that book when you were still just a kid. I wonder what your parents wanted you to get from reading it. What they hoped for you, I guess. I suppose you'll have to find out for yourself.
That's always the worst when you're sick and you want something to eat, but you haven't got the energy to go get it. This book is the legacy of my parents, the King of Acronia and the Queen of the Elden Sanctum.
Cheers for the in the pan. Told me then I half forget.
That's fair. Perhaps the utopia depicted in this book wasn't a mere fancy, but an ideal of the old world passed down in the Sanctum.
The part we're reading today is the last chapter. It's about the ruler of this ideal world. Let's read it together. The last chapter is about the ruler of a utopia. The one who governs this utopia must have an unwavering will. To maintain justice in this world, there are innumerable obstacles to overcome. Yet, as long as one lives by their ideals, those who support them are sure to follow. A utopia is not the creation of a single mind or a single power. It is a world shaped by all its people. The last part sounds a little more metaphorical. There's a little more. However, even a utopia may one day fray at the edges, and its people may come to conflict over the question of what is right. What is a true utopia? What is a true ruler? None have yet found the answers to these questions.
True utopia has never been achieved. The so-called utopia depicted in the novel is based on the old world, but it fell to ruin and was destroyed by war. So if this book traces the trajectory of the old world, these are true ideals we're striving for. Seems roughly the opposite.
So even the author of this book struggled with these questions. And if you become king, you'll have plenty of tough questions and struggles to face yourself. Lady Gruaday mentioned the king was a real idealist when he first arrived at the village. But little by little, the pains of reality crushed his hope. And he even lost his son. In the end, his will was broken. He didn't lift a finger to stop the church's rise to power. With that in mind, I can honestly see why people would be drawn to Luis. His values are radical and cruel, but he's devoted to them. Unshakable, even. But we can't lose either.
Even if I were to win the throne, there's no guarantee my distant vision could ever come to reality. And yet, what choice is there but to believe in them and fight on? The alternative is set that nothing will change.
You've got the power to change the world. And the one who gave it to you was, well, yourself. And that's what I'm going to help you with. That's my mission. My real mission. And I'm going to see it through.
Discussing the novel and the ideas of Gallica, I closed my eyes. Oh, hey, more. We were wondering about you. Damien, it seems I've been summoned by more, etc.
What happened? So, you found a way to unequivocally shape your destiny. As far as I know, there is no record of your newly acquired archetype ever being used, even in ancient times. An archetype whose existence was only theoretical, known to some scholars as the magic of true sovereignty. Indeed, a power of legend. I once said that to be Elder was your inescapable fate. However, it seems the truth was more complex than that.
Oop. Go away, ads.
Magic is a process by which we confront fate and tame anxiety. And archetypes are its essence. They are manifestations of a resolve capable of heroic virtue. So then, what do you think is the foremost, most inescapable fate a person must bear?
The foremost fate? Not really sure, but for me to be me, and for you to be you? Or something like that.
Indeed. It is birth that is inescapable. You cannot choose who you are born to, and once your familial place is determined, that fate cannot be changed. Yet by some strange tangle of destiny, you were given a choice that the very act of existence denies most people. By your own will, you were born again, as a prince. Do you understand? You stand on the threshold of truly becoming a ruler. Not as an unearned title of bloodline's chance, nor as a mere authority over people. You have taken control of your life. You are ready to rule your very self. That is what it truly means to be a hero. And it is the crux of the power that is awakened within you. What glorious coincidence indeed, that I, as a scholar of archetypes, might cross paths with and witness such a remarkably fated boy. It almost bespeaks it.
Indeed, 'tis his hands that bear our fate.
Who? I remember. I know that I know this voice. Had I forgotten it all this time? Yes. I swear I've heard it before. And I let it slip from my mind. Who are you? You with this voice that moves hearts. Speak. Who are you? Why have you awakened this boy to his power?
If it is answers you seek, then go and claim them.
Are you? Could you be?
As for you, I bid thee awaken. Move onward to thy final ordeal. Take thy place at the final proving of the Ascension of Kings.
I don't know what. Let's see. My more was the author of the fantasy novel. Small visited the ancient Elden Sanctum.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
It shows us in bed now with our fairy and everything. That's kind of cool.
Okay, all our preparations are just about set. Now that this is actually happening, I've got some pre-show jitters.
All this royalty? It always felt they lived in a different world to the likes of me. Never figured I'd be walking alongside one myself.
'Tis proof that bloodline decides nothing. We are one people living in a shared world.
Looks like this is gonna be our last mission. Any final words you want to say?
Stand strong to the end.
We can't give up. Stand strong to the end.
Of course. No way we're losing here. I've got the fire in me eyes now.
About the new stuff you've felt and learned since becoming the prince. Can I ask you one more thing? Why is it that you want to be king? It's not about honor or power, is it?
I want to protect this country and its people.
Even that's a bit row.
'Tis the answer I hoped for. As your knight, I will ever serve you with all my soul and ability.
Well, I guess this means we're ready as we're gonna be.
Head to Grand Fiat.
This place...
Let's move.
You see?
I doubt Grand Focus will set still. We choose not to fight and lose his victims only pile higher. Easy to say will help anyone, but doing a whole nother thing. All the more reason we've got to prove we're serious about putting our lives on the line. We lead by example. Besides, it won't be the first time we crawled our ways on the bottom.
After having made so many sacrifices, the group has gained new powers and ascertained new truths. Their arch-enemy, Luis, already has one hand on the throne. Even so, they march ever forward, spirits rekindled by battle. They head to Grand Trad, for the fight is far from over.
That Elden boy is nowhere to be found. I suppose it's only a matter of time until Luis takes the throne.
Well, I did try back when we were at Altarberry, but it didn't let me kick the place there to visit.
Speaking of which, I don't see the general. The voice of the pro-Luis faction became too overwhelming. He was ultimately forced out of his position. Why is this happening? Even if the Sanctus Church's favor has collapsed, why is it that Luis alone is reaping the benefits?
The public mind is the same as it's always been. It's too difficult to find answers in themselves, so they follow those who provide. We've certainly relied on that ourselves.
It's always easier to follow than to have to make all the risks yourself. Now that we are out of ideas, what can we do?
Can you imagine Luis on the throne? Can you imagine what he'd do with us? We'd be the first on the chopping block. Do we hide? Run? Our ships are in port.
Is this really the time for idle chit-chat?
Who are you?
Just a passing wastrel. Thought I'd drop in for a word since I was in the area. You might have one way to survive.
And the king.
Well then, let us depart.
Lord Luis, your pardon. We've encountered an unexpected snag. I killed the prince in the Elden village. I confirmed his death. Yet, it appears the boy candidate has merged with his corpse. It seems the prince is now resurrected.
Resurrected?
Yes, and what's more, the boy candidate was the actual prince after all. Something about his soul having traveled independently, and then returning to his corporeal body.
I see. So his ideal form was spun from Magla. Whatever the case, this means the land's true prince has reawakened in his sanctum. How interesting. After these long years, my chase may finally come to an end. My nemesis awaits.
Lord Luis, what is it about that bastard that fascinates you? Yeah, I won't let it end like this. I have to do better. I need more power. I will show Lord Luis I am worthy of his gaze.
We'll soon be arriving above the royal capital.
Excellent. As planned, increase altitude and enter the royal palace in the sky.
Are you certain? We'll be heading directly to His Majesty, the former king, and...
Rest assured. That old fool is powerless to stop me now.
Understood.
Let the final banquet begin.
I'm guessing the final dungeon is the palace. I get that feeling.
Come on, any takers? Any bets for the other candidates? Remember, if Luis loses, a silver coin could turn into mountains of Reeve.
What are you trying to say? You think Count Luis is going to lose?
Oh, no, of course not. I'm just saying.
I'll call that bet. All in on His Highness the Prince.
A Sanctus bigwig gambling away his tithes? This really is the end of the world. Didn't know his esteemed princeliness had any supporters left.
I mean, he's not really the prince, is he? Was actually a monster in disguise all along. Haven't you heard the news? The times we live in, I tell you.
Must be tough, being an easy mark. It didn't take much for you to buy everything Luis was selling about the prince. The fireworks went off the moment he said, "Behold." Remember? You don't think there's any chance Luis orchestrated the entire thing?
Oi, churchman! You saying Count Luis lied to us? You think he cast some big illusion?
An illusion, eh? What if I said it's a power more dangerous than that? Always struck me as odd. We all know Luis, the mighty human slayer, but how does he keep finding the things one after another? Seems a bit convenient, if you ask me. Like he knows in advance where these monsters will appear to cause havoc.
Easy to nitpick and gripe about him, isn't it, churchman? Maybe someone needs to shut you up.
All right. Let's keep things civil, eh? No sense becoming a monster yourself.
Oi! What's all this fuss about? Damn it! When Count Luis is king, you'll all be the first at the gallows. You'll die just like Forden.
Well, they're probably just as anxious as the rest of us. All that yelling and thrashing helps fight it off. Humans have been sighted near the capital, after all.
It's more than that. Pockets of society have resented the upper class for ages now, but this might be the spark that lights the kindling. Luis's respect for power is certainly cruel, but it's fair to an extent. Those of us pushing the status quo have always struggled to understand the appeal.
Even then, everyone's on edge. They'll jump at any excuse to argue and snarl at each other. Never seen it this bad. Not normal, I say.
Blind fanaticism and doom go hand in hand. If we don't find some common ground soon, it'll collapse beneath us. Luis left saying that he'd be waiting at the royal capital. Only one place he could be. All eyes are on his Skyrunner as it rises to the flying palace. What are we about to see?
Yeah, I'm noticing that.
Ah, the royal palace. It's been a while. Do you hear me, O king? Stubborn and deathless? This country is distorted. You and the other titled authorities decide who grows fat and who is devoured. The country knows no war only because our very core is built upon a system of societal predator and prey. It cannot be defied from within. That is peace, but not order. Hand over the royal scepter. The game is over. The country needs change, and I will provide it.
Thou impertinent faith breaker, hast thou no shame in preempting the day of judgment?
Do you presume yourself a god? Is that why you wrought your face in stone and took it to the heavens? You're nothing. Just an ordinary, broken old man.
How wouldst thou wield the king's magic? To what end?
To purify all that your kind have left to rot. You threw away your ideals, but I will never make that mistake.
Only the people's chosen may take the throne. The royal scepter and its resting place remain beyond you.
This royal scepter, the royal magic. Did you think that only generations of kings were aware of their secrets? Why someone can manipulate world-changing power by use of only a single scepter? Why only those supported by the people can use it. Listen well, O King. The truth behind the royal magic. Huh. So it's true. The country truly is putrid with sin. In other words, if I took hold of it now, then I would have the power to change the world itself.
How didst thou learn of this?
How?
Huh.
Thou wert elder.
You were not always blind to this country's rot. When you visited our sanctum, I saw and knew the passion in your heart. And yet, what happened to our village? What happened to this country?
Oh.
You cannot stop me any longer. Nor can anyone else. Save one lone possibility.
Yeah, kind of funny that, ain't it?
Snatching victory from the maw of catastrophe, the party descends again on the royal capital, Grand Trad. But they are greeted only by ominous skies. Their return hardly counts as a triumph, considering how they departed. Anticipating conflict, the Gauntlet Runner comes to a quiet stop.
Can I save game?
What the hell's wrong with the sky?
Isn't that... Oi! That monster boy's come back! Ah, that's why the sky's grown so hellish.
Owned from Majora's Mask.
Bastard returns with his head held high.
A more aggressive welcome than I expected. Would any introductions help them to understand?
It's useless. Words are cheap. Still, we should walk with pride instead of trying to keep our heads down.
True enough.
His Royal Highness, the Prince, returns! Luis distorted his form through strange and terrible magics, but the curse is now dispelled. His true form has been restored!
Boy, if that's really His Highness, then tell us why in His Majesty in the sky stop all this bloodshed?
Because he's an imposter! Just like Count Louis said! You'll not fool us again, beast!
Oi! Calm down. At least listen.
And you! Never thought I'd see one of the Magnus brothers standing against Count Luis, even the thick one. He took in a Paripus like you, and you spit on him! Scum! Only thing traitors deserve is a tight rope and a stiff beam. And you want us to support the prince?
Lady Juna, I can't believe this! I admired you! Why would you risk dying alongside some fake prince?
I don't intend on dying with anyone. Besides, I'm still me, whoever I'm standing with.
Hey, you chief! Weren't you the wretch who got kicked out of the knighthood? Now you're with this pack of throne chasers. Shame. Shame! Mustari girl! You ungrateful pagan! Count Luis brought down the Sanctus Church for you! How dare you strike out at him? They're all traitors, I say!
What is all this? The truth of the prince hardly matters to them. Every one of them's only concerned with their own emotions, and nothing else.
We'll have your heads on pike soon enough. Leave! Get out of our royal capital!
If they're just monsters, we can deal with them ourselves. How about it?
This is bad. They really are out for our blood. Has everyone gone insane?
Oi! Over here! Don't bother with them! No talking this one out. You need to run! Now!
We weren't away from the city that long. What happened? Why are all the people so bloodthirsty now?
The prince turning into a monster before their eyes still lingers in their minds. After all, a monster entered into their society disguised as a person.
No, that's not...
I know, it's not true. But truth and how it appears to the citizens are different beasts. Moreover, humans have been sighted closer than ever before. The royal capital's populace is unused to danger, so they've become suspicious of each other.
I was gonna say, it's obvious he has
How fares
thick
your
with it.
neighbor? Do you run in circles with monsters in disguise? Are questions on the tip of every tongue. Ever since Forden's death, Luis has everyone on a knife edge. He's erratic, and nobody knows how he'll react to those who defy him if push comes to shove.
So, at the core of it, people are scared witless, and they cling to Luis as a savior, rather than the devil he is.
You well know that Luis cares not one whit about social status, especially as a token of birthright. No amount of wealth or standing can buy his protection. So even those who may have opposed him at first now counsel that condemning him would be imprudent, as it puts their safety at risk.
Then we're stuffed. He won't save anyone. And oh yeah, he can create humans, by the way.
Oh, that's all true then. I have my suspicions, but it's still a bit of a jolt. This all said, in my humble opinion, what we're seeing in the people now has been in the works for some time. Now, has the tournament for the throne truly ever been a fair contest? The Sanctus Church bent it to its whim, and I abetted that. To my shame. Before I met you people, I didn't have much to me but anger and quips. I'd rant and snipe and have my cynical little discourse, but I'd only looked to others for change. Now maybe that outlook's our real enemy. Blind fanaticism, like I had. Even if there's no malice to it, it's a dangerous thing. Hard to think clear when your mind's a muddy stream.
Unfortunately, we're going to have to let the ad run, so I'll go to the toilet.
We've been told Magla is born from people's anxiety. Perhaps the proof is now before our eyes.
Kind of ironic. But we have to do something about it. If we don't, they'll never listen. We'll only ever be seen as an enemy.
I had the inn prepared. They won't let anyone in but you lot. Let's head there for now, shall we?
No, let's just head back to Ghana, see if things calm down a tiny bit. They had time. I reckon I've gone a runner, but we shouldn't chance it. We should make our way over to Hushbiani. Everyone has gone ahead. Of course! Of goddamn course.
What now?
Literally, like 2 minutes away from being out of save. Well, I guess next time we are going to formulate a plan to calm the people down from their raging masses. So let's go find someone to raid. Following Lutai. Right, is M2 still going? Because